This is an emergency broadcast. We are under attack.
In 2011, a small town near the Arizona border was found completely abandoned. No survivors, no explanations, just empty homes, open doors, and silence. Except for one man. Authorities said he was responsible, but then they found his camera, and everything about the case started to fall apart.
Oh, let me get this straight. Another lone wolf attack. Except this time, the lone guy killed the entire town in a single night. Yup. No issues with that story, I guess.
Yup, this one's gonna get weird. Tonight, we're diving into a case that feels less like a crime and more like something out of a nightmare. A town wiped out overnight. Dozens of people gone, and one silent witness holding the only evidence left behind. At first, story seems simple. Francisco Salazar was found walking alone in the desert just outside the town, with no injuries, no weapon, and no explanation. He didn't run. He didn't resist. He didn't even speak. Police quickly assumed they had the suspect. But when they began investigating the crime scene, it started to look more like a nightmare rather than a simple crime. So stay tuned, because you won't want to miss this one. Homes were left open as if people had fled in a hurry. Tables still set, lights still on. Cars parked at strange angles with doors wide open. It didn't look like a crime scene. It looked like something had interrupted life suddenly. In several parts of town, bodies were discovered. Some in the streets, some near doorways, some clustered together as if they had tried to escape in groups. And according to the story, the condition of the bodies raised more questions than answers.
Yup. Super believable. The cops solved this one right away again. Look how impressed I look.
Except they didn't. No clear signs of struggle or consistent pattern, just complete chaos. And then they found Francisco Salazar's camera, and things got even more weird and terrifying. The photographs were taken over the course of the night, and at first they seemed harmless, just shots of empty streets, dim-lit houses, familiar places in town. But then something changed. In the distance, there were shapes. At first, they're easy to miss, just shadows, but then they appear again and again in different photos, from different angles, always in the background, and always watching.
Let me get this straight. A single guy wiped out an entire town without leaving a single shred of evidence behind? Makes sense, man.
And according to the sequence of images, that's exactly what started happening. As the photos continue, the tone shifts. The streets are no longer empty. People appear in the frames, running, turning, looking behind them. In one image, a group of people are gathered near a home as if trying to get inside. In another, someone is caught mid-stride, frozen in motion. And behind them, the shapes closer. No longer distant silhouettes, now they're inside the town, moving through it, following and closing in. The most disturbing part is that the photos never clearly show what the figures are. They're blurred, distorted, but they appear human, but not exactly human at the same time. Their movements don't look natural, their posture feels off, and their presence just wrong. As the sequence continues, the town appears to fall apart. More figures, more movement, more people running. Then suddenly, the photos stop. No final image, no explanation, just silence. And somehow, Salazar survives. Authorities claim the explanation was simple. Francisco Salazar acted alone. They dismissed the photographs as meaningless shadows, distortions, and coincidence. Case closed. But for many people who examined the images, the explanation didn't make sense because the photos tell a different story. One of something moving through the town. Something fast. Something overwhelming. But here's where everything changes. Savageland is not a real case. It's a fictional mockumentary film released in 2015 designed to look real using interviews, stage evidence, and photographs to tell the story. And it worked because many viewers believed it actually happened.
So all of this crap you were talking about was fake? That was pretty good. You almost had me, you friggin' schmuck.
Yep, that's exactly right. The story is fictional, but the feeling it creates is very, very real. Because Savageland does something most horror films don't. It doesn't show you everything. It lets your mind fill in the gaps. And maybe that's what makes it so unsettling. Not that it's real, but that it feels like it could be. Because sometimes the scariest stories aren't the ones we know are true. They're the ones that feel just believable enough to make you question everything. Well, that's going to do it for tonight's episode. If you enjoyed hanging out with us, please do us a favor, hit subscribe, like, and drop a comment with your thoughts below. It helps the channel grow, and it definitely feeds the big guy's ego.
It's either my ego or my stomach. Either way, something is getting fed. So do us a favor, real or not. Stay away from creepy towns altogether.
He's not lying. As always, I'm your host Adam. That's Bear. Until next time, be good or be good at it.